Strikes me as a real spiritual kind of album. It's really deep, kind of. I see they have it dedicated to Greg Carroll, one of their roadies, and it just shows typical of U2 kind of real unity. You know, they stick together, and everybody is a part of their act.
So you'd rush out and buy it?
I definitely would, yeah, I have.
Peter?
Well, I would agree that it does take a bit of getting used to, but after 5 listens, I still didn't like it. I think the main problem with it is, as with all of U2's recent records, is that Bono has actually learned how to sing, which means that the band don't make melodies anymore. There's no musicianship. So it's very, very boring, very, very bland. I didn't like it hardly at all.
That's fighting words. What do you think of that, Anthony?
No, well, there was good tracks. There was good tracks on it, such as that single, which is very, very good.
Okay.
Well, obviously he doesn't like it, and sadly U2 can't appeal to everybody, but like it's a middle-of-the-road sort of album, and it's experimenting with sound, and I think a band of this kind should be allowed to do that.
But do you think that that's fair?
I say yeah, they could. They are entitled to experiment, but they don't experiment very well, unfortunately. I think it's the main problem is the production on it. I don't like the production at all, but I don't like the cover at all either, and half the material is very dodgy. But
listen. I think stop it. I think the thing about it is that you either love U2 or you hate U2. Either way, over to Ronan.
Well, you saw Acorn Theatre earlier on rehearsing their forthcoming.
With their provocative song, Welcome to the...
This next one is called Strangers. Because that's what we feel like in this fucking town. I wonder why.
When I look around, there's nowhere down. When I get
Better believe it. This next one is called Fear of the Future. It's just fuck all out there. this next one. This next one is called Strangers. Because that's what we feel like in this fucking town. I wonder why.
Tell us that we're Christian, we're Irish and we're free. Damn it, I don't feel it, you've no time for me. I'm empty, empty, feelings to my head. I don't care if you're upset, say what frustrates me. Jealous and we're nervous, things just ain't easy. Promise jobs to pay for life, don't is all I see. I'm empty, feelings fill my head. I don't care if you're upset, I say what must be said. Make us feel as we're freaks if we're all alone. Death by isolation is the freedom that we know. I'm empty, feelings fill my head. I don't care if you're upset, I say what must be said.
What's yours?
Well, I think that religion is another form of escapism, the same as drugs or anything like that, because it's just something to hide yourself in. That's basically what I think about his solution. I think it's just something to hide in. How do you leave the rest of the world behind, you know?
So what do you do?
What do I do? Well, I just try and enjoy myself rather than sit around at home and go, you know, so.
Well, what way would you enjoy yourself? What do you do?
I don't know, just try and make the most of what you got, you know. You can't go around every day, you know, kind of pulling your feet along and looking for a job, you know. I still look for a job, all right, but like you can't let it get you down too far. You just sit around all the time.
Well, is the gear part of having the crack?
Well, that's one form of protest against the position we're put in by the government. It's just showing that your objection to them.
Can you expand on that a little bit? Explain it to me.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, just explain how it's a protest.
Well, it's like saying I'm not going to just wear my best clothes and sit at home waiting for the phone to ring to go in for an interview, which you're not going to get anyway, you know? You just want to express yourself and have an identity.
Wonder why we're angry, why we won't be nice. Darling's got no cake to eat, cause Daddy's got his life. I'm empty, feelings fill my head. I don't care if you're upset, I'll say what must be true.
But if the system is already harming them, why do they further harm themselves by taking drugs, both physically and mentally?
Well, maybe it's their way of getting back at the system. I don't know why they take drugs, for what reason, as I said, and I don't know why people drink. I don't know why people go out and play squash. It's just some people's answer.
Not just when we turn to drugs, when we smash or steal. They use it in fighting and killing, that's our real. I'm empty, feelings fill my head. I don't care if you're upset, I say what must be said.
Here. Last night I walked up Grafton Street. I got searched. How many times? 5 fucking times I got searched by 5 different guards. At one stage there was 4 cars around me. What's going on, you know?
a lot of cops who see you dressed in a way that is a million miles away from the mentality that they're trained in Templemore, first of all, are scared shitless of you. Because you represent, for a lot of country guards...
I'll tell you how many times I've got beaten up for no reason. They're not scared of me, Mr.
I'm sorry,
Quinn.
but they find it very difficult to
They're scared of me. I'm scared of them.
Yeah, OK, well, if you accept that they're scared of you, that they are equally as frightened. An 18 or 19-year-old guy standing in the corner of York Street or the top of Grafton Street.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Because I'll tell you what. Hold on, I'll tell you what.
And they have the politicians behind them. We do not. And so, what are the politicians doing?
The politicians feel in relation to the criminal justice bill that there is a need to improve the criminal justice law. The minister in question said, "This is what I think should be done, but let's talk about it because there may be areas that it should be changed in."
Right. And do you think the right of silence should be taken away?
No, I don't.
You don't
personally? I don't. No.
And you will vote against it?
Well, we'll have to see what way the thing comes. I'm not going to say what way I'm going to vote.
Either you believe in the right of silence as a
I don't believe that anybody
fundamental.
should incriminate themselves.
Right. And either you're prepared to vote on that or you're not. And this is the game playing that goes on in politics.
No, look. I can't tell you precisely what I'm going to vote for until I see what's it down in black and white.
But you can certainly say that is against my conscience, and I won't vote against my conscience.
Yeah, I have that option.
Why don't everybody just don't vote for anybody? I know it sounds a bit stupid, but people at home and all that, we're voting for you. And you know, and then we're complaining about the food's going up. We're complaining about all this, you know.
But like young people have no part to play in society. Old people have no part to play in society. Women have next to no part to play in society. So it works out that the whole thing is working and just been ticking over for this very small section of society. And most of them are being exploited anyway. And it just...
concern you, feelings go unseen. You can never understand what Irish hearts have seen. I'm empty, feelings fill my head. I don't care if you're upset, I say what must be said. Feelings don't concern you, feelings go unseen. You can never understand what Irish hearts have seen.
Then all the bands that come here say that the scene, the atmosphere, the gigs are much better because people are more into it, like over here, rather than like in England, everybody sort of stands around the walls looking at the bands and trying to work out whether they like them or not. Like over here, everybody just gets into it. And well, I got into punk, as it was called, in 1979, 80, like, and at the time everybody was getting into. There was loads of young people getting into bands and getting into music, and it was being catered for everywhere else besides Ireland. All the England and Europe was like embracing punk and using it as an outlet for their youth, but over here it was shunned. And bands, I watched bands. I was in bands that disappeared over that period, like, because they'd no facilities like recording wise, release, and they'd no outlet for their art. They'd no venues to play in. So I started Parallel Visions in '81, and by 1984 we still had no access to any record label. So we decided, when we saw what Crass and all those bands in England had done, we decided, well, we'll try that here and release stuff and get a record label that will give bands like us a chance. But any of the bands that we put out, it's to give them a leg up. It's up to them what they want to do, how big they get. But what we're doing is giving bands a leg out of the rut that punk bands were stuck in for years. They'd know where to release, know where to get heard, know where to make a name for themselves. We did it on our own back, but like, it was hard graft. And it shouldn't be that way. If you're in a band and you want to make a bit of noise, then you should have the access to the industry.
Myself and Deco, our bass player, were drinking down the lane at Cassidy's on Grafton Street, and just out of joking, let's get a band together. We talked about it while we were drunk for a bit, and then he wanted to play a bass, so I got my hand on the bass. I don't know, I got a lend of one, still been both. And he didn't know what a bass looked like even. He just said he wanted to play a bass, it was a nice word. So we got a drummer, sacked our first drummer. He's a guitarist. He was in a band with myself about 3 or 4 years ago. And we just started rehearsing.
Well, Indecent Exposure, when they come along, they formed out, like, they were just people who'd been at the gigs in the Roxy, like, and they were just hanging around doing nothing, and they said they were getting a band together. And I was delighted because I hadn't seen a band of 4 people who had never played any instrument in their lives before, and they were unashamed of what they were doing. They were picking up instruments, having fun with them. I mean, that's what punk was always about, like, was getting out there and doing what you wanted to do, and that's what I loved about them, is that they were fresh in that respect.
Most of the songs happen by accident, really. They're right about things that happen to us. Little silly things. They don't have to be, they don't necessarily have to be anthems, you know. We're just a band of punks.
They're fairly intimidating. I mean, the whole thing, the music, everything about them is about aggression.
So that's what the reason we hang around Grafton Street is none of us are really allowed into many pubs because we like drinking in the street anyway at this stage. We become used to it and we enjoy it. A lot of the time I wouldn't thank you for being in a pub. We used to go down around the lane, Cassidy's, sometimes down South Ann Street late at night.
Because we punks and skins in general and don't get into a lot of pubs or clubs. We hang around together, like, a lot of us. We know each other fairly well, you know. And we may not do that to such an extent if we all got into places and we'd be divided, but we're kind of drawn together by other people's insecurities.
I'll go to Asher in the Stephen's Green Centre on the top floor for They do a lot of studded belts, wristbands, hair dye. They do the hair colours. I buy cheap clothes, you know. I don't expect too much money in clothes. I'll make sure I buy something every week. Records. I buy a lot of second-hand records because I'm not prepared to pay £7 or £8 for a new album. A lot of imported albums. They wouldn't be as expensive in the place where they're made, but when they're imported, you know, they're a big price put on them. And I can't afford to buy albums for £8, you know. But I can't afford to. I buy a lot of demos from Irish bands, Irish punk bands, I suppose. They're usually fairly cheap, £2 or £3, and second-hand records.
FOAD, Irish kind of label. It used to be on Paranoid Vision, but it was their label originally. So they have about 25 releases. They're all on tape. Okay, fair enough, you know. Pretty reasonably priced. But they're all bands from, like, you know, punk bands from around Dublin who normally would never get a chance to release anything, you know. And I mean, you're not going to sell an awful lot of them.
We could sell, say, maybe about 20 of them in a fortnight, but I'm sure the other shops can sell like about 50 or that as well. So there is still quite a few punks still around. But we still have our motley 20 or so coming to us all the time, and they keep us going.
In punk music, there's a lot of people saying different things. You know, a lot of different type of lyrics. You can get very serious lyrics. You know, some bands take it as a philosophy, like Crass and Conflict. They take their life as a philosophy. Then there's other bands that take the piss completely, like Peter and the Test Tube Babies, Splodge, the Mac Lads. But like, I listen to them all equally and have equal respect for all of them. You know, they're not doing the same thing. They're saying different things. Or like party devotion, you know.
If they let in troublemakers, it means they're going to lose their other customers.
Certain red what to think of this is right, you know, but we don't want to belong to them. We're not living hand in hand. But there can be things that are annoying, you know, like cops, they're always moving us on, hassling us when we're not doing much, you know, around the town. You got bouncers, you know, they're renowned for their brain power, you know. They don't let us into places where we think we should be allowed to go, you know. Everyone else gets in there, like, if one of us causes trouble somewhere because he's got a Mohican or bright colours in his hair or whatever, or a skinhead or something, then they can automatically turn around and ban all punks or skins from that place. They don't look at people as individually, they look at us as a cult, you know. I suppose to a certain extent we are, but we're still individual people, you know.
Hello? Alright.
Like myself, your average Joe soap is an individual too. Some of them understand me, some of them understand us, some of them will never. I wouldn't have to worry about a mortgage and house and rearing kids, having a job. That's just not for me. I wouldn't be content with it at all.
The music scene is dead anyway, whatever about the fashion of it.
How one of us gets arrested and we decide to write a song about it. Those are classes as biggest scumbags.
On the breakfast, the Bono was not very nice. It was Scott!
I suppose you feel wary of them, all right, because they're...
You see this sort of spike, you hear, you know, what's going to happen, you know? As long as they keep themselves, like, don't hassle anybody.
It's just intimidation.
For every individual, it's about something different. There's no unified message in what it's saying, but it is saying, think for yourself, be responsible for what you do, take your own life into your own hands and don't let other people run it for you. It's basically about the freedom of the individual and the freedom of the individual to influence other individuals to an alternative way of life. You don't have to belong to the rat race. You don't have to run around like and accept everything that they give you. You don't have to be unemployed and be useless and feel bad about yourself. That's what punk is about, is making you get off your arse and do something with your life.
I don't think I'd like to see myself doing anything else. There's nothing else I really want to do. There's no jobs or... There's no fast course that's going to find me something that I want to do. I've got what I want with the band. Of course, I want more. I'd like to make a few quid. I'd like to not be dependent on the state for my money, you know, because I get my dole every week. I'd like to have anything to do with them. I'd like to be completely self-sufficient. As I say, at the moment, my future is the band, but my future is tomorrow. And tomorrow is Saturday.
No one else has got your eyes. Can see the